1991 Rover Metro GTI. So that's the 1.4 litre twin cam version. This one, as you can see, is finished in lovely bright red. And most importantly, A, is lovely and original. It's not been messed with or modified, and has just 18,843 miles on the clock. We'll go around and have a good look at the condition. On initial thoughts, it looks to be correct, but obviously we'll want to check all the paperwork and all that sort of stuff. If you check the description, we'll detail everything, what we've got in the way of service history, see where the car's been, what it's done, all that sort of stuff, what we've got to see whether we can back up the mileage. We've got loads of original dealer stickers and stuff in it. It does look like it's got a good size history file, but like I say, we'll go through that. But it's the 1.4, 16 valve, twin cam GTI. It's the one to have, 18,000 miles on the clock. Let's start by having a look at the bodywork. If we look down this driver's side, you can see it's lovely and straight all the way down there. The body line that goes just above that plastic trim is lovely and straight. It's not full of ripples or dents. It's not full of filler. This front driver's wing, we'll start there. Again, they've got a plastic trim liner in the arch, but you can see in behind there, it's lovely and clean all the way around. There's no sign of any corrosion coming through all the little bits you can see into. And it's not caked in overspray or anything, so it doesn't look like it's had a lot in the way of paint. The front driver's wing itself, there's no sign of any marks at all on there. Inside here is lovely and clean and tidy. There's no stone chips. Normally the paint gets eaten away on this outside edge here, but this one, as you can see, is very good. We're on the original crosshatch alloy wheels with what we've got on here. Just a sort of no brandy tyre. Nothing too exciting on that. All nice and clean on the front plastic section. And again, the bumper meets the front wing lovely and straight. It's not off to one side. Down the bottom here is lovely and tidy as well. Continuing down here, and again, the body kit is fitted all nice and neatly. We get down and have a look underneath. I appreciate it's dark, but you can see that it is lovely and clean under there. It's not caked in under seal or anything like that. All this plastic trim is lovely and smooth. It's not dried out or caked in back to black. If we're being really picky, the red piece on this piece has obviously been off and refitted, so it wants replaced. You can get this stuff, but that one sort of spoils that side a little bit. The rest of it is all nice and tidy, especially the handles and all the rubber seals along the windows. Correct stamps in all the windows as well. On the bottom here is nice and tidy, as is the A-pillar as you come up here. And you want to look at these seam areas, around the washers, along the bottom of the windscreen for any sign of any corrosion coming through. But as you can see, clean as a whistle on this one, really very good. This seam here is all nice as well. All good along there, nothing to talk to whinge about. And then up onto the sunroof. Glass on the sunroof itself you can do with a good clean. But the seal is good. There's no sign of any corrosion coming through there. And the rest of the roof is lovely and smooth. If we're being really picky, I personally would polish the roof. There's a couple of swirls, you can see one there in the roof, just where it's been washed with sponges. It could do with a bit of a polish in there. Satin trim on the door pillars, again, that's all nice and neat. Nothing at all to whinge about there. Around the filler cap is good. Again, not caked in paint or anything. It doesn't look like it's had a whole load of paint, this thing. Nice and sharp inside that lip. You can get in on the metal on the rear arches, and you can feel they are sharp and solid all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre. Again, we can have a look back up this side. You can see lovely, straight, smooth finish. Going round on the back, tail lights on this side, all nice and neat. Not cracked with any moisture in them. Same on the passenger side, nothing to talk to whinge about there. Got a correct badging, Metro on the left, GTI 16 valve on the right. And again, this David Morrison Rover Garage of Falkirk, it's got their same dealer plates on. They look to be original as well, to be fair. All the plastic on the rear bumper, lovely and clean. It's not dried out, caked in back to black or any of that. Same goes for this. So the GTI had this lovely surround, which is like a sort of softer plastic. Again, all very nice around there. Spoiler itself is good. Handle is good as well. Another stamp on the back window there as well. And you can see down at the parcel shop before we get there, it's not been cut for any speakers or anything like that. Coming round on the passenger side, and again, all the way down here, lovely and straight. It's not full of ripples or dents. Rear arch is sharp all the way around, lovely and clean in there. If you can see on the camera, you can even still see the original spot welds on the bottom there. And another nice wheel and tyre. Although they're a sort of Gilero tyre, they are all matching at least, so that's at least half a good sign. Another set of stamps on the windows on this side. Body kit in here fits good as well. All nice and tidy on the side. I can't really find any marks to note, to be fair, but for those mileage, you would expect that to be correct. Nice and straight up the A-pillar. Again, these seams and around the screen are all nice and clean. There's no sort of dirt build up in there. There's no sign of any corrosion coming through. There's not even any sort of stress or cracks in the paint. And then lovely and neat around the sunroof on this side. And the rest of the roof ripple free, all good. Wing mirror is nice and tidy as well. Plastics behind here normally get very dried out. That one's all good. And then down on the front wing, lovely down the bottom there. Same as the other side. This is not eaten away with stone chips or anything like that. And you can see between the plastic liner and the edge that there's nothing coming through there at all either. And another good wheel and tyre. Like I say, 4 matching tyres. I have one more look along that scuttle because it is very good. And also you'll notice, although you don't need the tacks anymore, the disc holder from that dealer is still there. Headlights and side lights on the front are clean and clear. The plastic section on the front bumper is lovely. And then that lower half, it's still got the cover there. It's not been rammed up any curbs or scuffs or anything. It's all very good. And you can see it's been parked here a little while. It's not dropping any fluid on the floor. Have a look underneath. It's nice and tidy under there. I appreciate it's dark, but it is good under there. Moving on to the interior. And that GTI interior was a two-tone with a checky centres. All good on the door card. It is missing the little square thing from around there, but it is in here. That one's clipped back in, so we'll probably do that, but that is there, so don't worry about that. Insides of the doors are all nice, as are the door shuts. People have been getting in and out of that with some care because it's not all scuffed up. Driver's seat. This material will look dirty on the camera, but if you get nice and close, you can see it's just the shadows. It's lovely and clean. No wear at all on the lower bolster or the upper bolster. All very good. Tiny little bit of sag in the material. But a good steam clean would tighten that right up. It's very minimal. I'm being really picky. If it wasn't on those miles, I wouldn't even point that out. Floor mat. Again, these things sort of, you know, what can you ascertain to see whether the mileage is correct? Heel pad on a Rover Metro should be worn out by now if it's done any real mileage. That one's like brand new, as are the pedals. Seats are fantastic. Backs of the seats are good. Red seat belts again, they'll show wear and dirt very quickly, but these ones are all very nice. Back bench seat doesn't look like it's been sat in hardly at all. Headlining's all very good. On the sunroof's nice. It's even still got the visor there as well. Steering wheel shows no signs of any wear at all on there, all very good, you can see that. Nothing at all on there. Same goes for on the gear stick. All the switch gear is lovely. 18,843 miles. On the top of the dash is all very nice. Got that original spec Phillips tape player in there as well. We'll continue our way around. We'll pop the bonnet while we're there. There we go. And then into the boot, like we said, there's nothing cut out on the parcel shelf. Rams are all nice and strong. The underside of the boot lid is lovely. As are these. Quite often these can get cracked. These are still nice and neat. As are the plastic side liners. And then you've got the boot floor carpet. And then under there, we've got a set of Rover mats. It is missing its spare wheel. But there's no sign of any trap moisture in it. No sign of any corrosion coming through on there. And then this side, all lovely in there. Those seams are good. And then moving on to the passenger side. All nice and neat on that door card. And the outsides of the doors there. Door shuts are good too. And again, this material will look dirty, but like I say, lovely and clean. No sign of any wear at all. See what I mean, ever so slightly with that little bit of sag, which that just is what they were like back in the day, but they will tighten up with the steam clean. Carpets are all nice and tidy. All the plastics on this side are good. All lovely and neat. Nothing at all to complain about there. It's got to be one of the best examples of these knocking about. And then under the bonnet, you've got that 1.4 litre, 16 valve, twin cam engine, 35 horsepower, I believe. Something that doesn't weigh a lot. Really nice and tidy on the inner wings and the bulkhead there, as you can see. Again, it goes back to, you know, what do we believe that mileage to be correct? Everybody's got to make their own opinion up, but look how neat and tidy all this is. Even the bottles, lovely and clean, they're not milky. All very, very good. Was driven to us, this one as well, which is always good. Starts every time we go to start. It's been here about a week now. Fires up on the button. Taking over really nice and smooth. If we go around the back, you'll see it's not firing anything out the back. Just sitting there ticking over, nice and happy. So there you have it. J Reg, so 91 Rover Metro GTI with 18,000 miles on the clock. If you check the description, we'll detail everything we know as far as service history, number of owners, all that sort of stuff. The car is here with us for viewings every day if you want to come and have a look. Or if you can't get to it again, give us a shout. We can do extra photos, extra videos, whatever you might need. Thank you.